Alright folks, it's turn 66 and the plan so far has gone off without a hitch. We cast Earthblood Deepwill. It has been cast successfully, so if you look at our global enchantments, we now have the Sea of Ice, Illwinter, and Gift of Health. Then I have Riches from Beneath and Earthblood Deepwell, which has been overcast by about 50 gems, so we are in definitely a good place. I am going to keep reanimating for just a little bit here. I'm a little bit low on gems because I did have to do a little bit of alchemy. So my Earth Gem income is now 48 per turn, and if we look at my score graphs for gem income, just boop, you can see how that my gem income has been climbing pretty steadily and has now reached new heights. In fact, my total gem income is now, I think, close to like 90 or 100, 10, 25, 39, 70, 87, yeah, my total gem income is close to 100, 87, 91, 96, it's over 100 actually, counting the Blood Slaves. So, doing good, but we're getting to Blood Hunt Bycliffe as well. We're also going to start Blood Hunt Peacehaven probably. I'm not able to summon Earth units over here just yet, for all that I would like to, because, alas, I have to summon them over here. Therados is making their play. Well, they've been working on making a play for a while now, but they're making more of a play now. Let's take everybody here and head down. It looks like Kimabeth is actually about to die, which is super, super unfortunate. But, you know, needs must when the devil drives and all that. We've cleared out the enemy on this side. We're moving up more imps. We've got a whole bunch more imps right here that we're going to move up. And we're going to bust down the walls of Centania and take the fort. We do have Lysagora the Telkine up there, and we have a Telkine down here. Milas the Telkine. That is a summoned Telkine. I know for a fact that's a summoned Telkine because in the battle in Traveler's Rest, it activated Foul Vapors, the Foul Vapors effect on the battlefield, which non-summoned Telkines, which the hero Telkines do not do. So this one, Milas, has definitely been summoned, has the generic Telkine description, has the Reaper, etc. Lightly equipped, does have an Amulet of Anti-Magic to bump magic resistance up, so that's, you know, fair. Perfectly understandable. He's got a Lamia in there, and he's got these Melias that he has equipped with magic swords and occasionally armed with coral blades, and occasionally armor to help them regenerate more. He's got actually quite a number of Melias, but they don't actually have gems besides those. They just have the items, so we can deal with this. So over here, I am summoning a Troll King, forging a little bit more gear for it. I'm forging a Girdle of Might. I'm still forging Fires in a Jar as well. And then up here, I'm forging Hydra Skin Armor, and down here, I'm also forging Boots of the Messenger. So if you look at the items I already have a Shield of Gleaming Gold and a Firebrand. The rest of my forging will give that Troll King pretty decent armor, plus it'll, of course, have the ability to use... Yeah, let's give it a Dragon Helmet as well for more morale. It will have the ability to cast Earth buffs on itself. The Hydra Skin Armor will give it Poison Resist and more regeneration. Troll Kings already regenerate. The Hydra Skin Armor will make it regenerate at 20%. So, with the ability to drop Iron Skin and Temper Flesh, plus high magic resistance from an Amulet of Anti-Magic that I'm forging over here. Yes, with Gobrucius. And all of that, that Troll King will be extremely well suited for Super Combatant duty. And it will be able to do pretty significant damage to this army here. I'm also moving in all of my vampires. I'm not going to move them into patrol, actually. I'm just gonna move them. So I've got 5 vampires converging on that location, and a 6th on the way, Vernak. I could also send Nidada. Yeah, let's send Nidada as well. He's not a fantastic super combatant, but he is a good fighter. And, of course, when I break out, I will have infinite Earth Gems, or a whole lot of Earth Gems. So I'll also bring my Earth Mages, and I will summon many, many, many Earth Elementals, because, of course, I do have Conjuration level 7 now, which means I can cast Living Earth if I want to. And Living Earth allows you to pump out tons and tons and tons of Earth Elementals. So yeah, that's the plan there. I'm actually going to roll up to level 8 as well and get the Kings of Elemental Earth, but first we're going to hit Alteration. Alteration level 8 will give me Wizard's Tower, which I can use to spawn forts, so another fort spawner spell. Level 9 will give me Army of Gold and Army of Lead, which will be fantastic. Level 8 will also give me Will of the Fates for my astral mages, which of course I do have, which is pretty neat. So reanimating a little bit less this turn, but that's fine. I don't really need to be reanimating a whole lot right now. I'm still building up skeletons here, with an eye to going into Iron Peaks pretty soon and taking that up. I have... So Arnold is now holding 2 global enchantments, which means Arnold must not die. Like, no matter what, Arnold cannot die. His main defense right now is obscurity. Nobody knows who he is. But I am going to move him into this fort here, where he will be a little bit better protected. And if necessary, I can like forge him Shade Mail or something and sneak him out. Actually, I think I can't forge Shade Mail, but what I might do then is I actually may move. Well, I don't want him to move. I don't want him to move around because of the Illwinter attacks and such that are going on. So instead, we're just going to hold tight. And next turn, I'll cast Wizard's Tower here to finally get a fort. Boy, I've had this place for like 40 turns and never built a fort. Like I said, blood hunting in Bycliff, preparing for the final countdown, etc., which is to take those 2 provinces, Javal Kish especially. Javal Kish, I kind of need them to not build anything there. I think we're going to keep binding various demons. I might start binding Serpent Fiends. Let's keep binding Fiery Imps for now. Except you can actually bind regular old Fiends. Fiends of Darkness, so you do that. It's your level 2. And I have another Skull of Fire, so I can drop one on another one of these ladies. So they'll be able to do something with that. And you... all you guys, I need you all to, I need y'all to bind me some Fiery Imps, ladies. Them Fiery Imps, they sure are handy. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 7 will be fine. Manvale is patrolling. He's about to die of disease. I was hit by a cast of leprosy here, which diseases people. And so a whole bunch of my troopers got diseased. Doesn't really matter all that much, though. Like, they didn't hit any of my commanders except Manvale, and nobody cares about Manvale. Like, let's be real, people. Nobody cares about Manvale. Manvale will live or Manvale will die, and nobody will care. I wish I had just a regular bog standard commander here, but I don't, so instead Ragnhard is going to have to be the one to take these troops over this way towards Vlex to help tamp down the unrest there. We've got a whole bunch of people blood hunting here. And unfortunately, we're probably going to have to run because I think that army's going to split up. So all you guys, get into the fort real quick. Putting a definite crimp in our blood hunting, this army is. But, you know, we just have to take the rough with the smooth, as it were. So Hollow the Mound King, my 5 vampires, and my Troll King will all be here ready to bust out next turn. And a 6th vampire, actually. And it'll all be good. And Irminsul is actually going to take a turn here to summon yet another vampire, because I can do that. I can just do that pretty much whenever I want. Well, or I could save up to summon a Heliophagus. Yeah, let's save for the Heliophagus, actually. So just research for now, Irminsul. Because, while vampires are nice at all, I need more, or rather I want even more super combatants. Basically, I want to be able to, they're the easiest way to take these provinces here. You lot, meanwhile, keep rolling down south towards this army. Well, actually, because that army doesn't auto-cast Foul Vapors, but they can still cast Foul Vapors. So actually this army should probably also head back towards the fort. That's fine. Sigisvolt, you don't need that. And Leper Love is patrolling here. Heartless was meant to start blood hunting here in Arcos of Folly, but he's not going to be able to, so whatever. So yeah, that is turn 66. Things are still pretty much going my way. Just going to have to claim these thrones. That is the last thing left to do in order to declare victory. If I can break this army, I've got his god is in here. I've got this place locked down tight with Pedosian. They can't beat Pedosian. If we look, they actually attacked in Santania, rather, with 2 of their Wraith Lords here. Sathmog and Uftrak, who I have fought before. And they just summoned a whole bunch of the dead. That's all they do. While Pedosian cast his buff spells, and then threw a Blade Wind for no readily apparent reason. And then Pedosian with his Prot 25, damage resistance, magic resistance 30, and 25% or whatever it is, regen, yeah, 25% regen. Pedosian just went in and punched zombies for a while. And by a while, I mean a long, almost literally infinite time. Hold up 1 second. Did you kill a Wraith Lord with a Blade Wind? Nope. What happened here? Why is there only 1 Wraith Lord? I guess one of them was scripted to retreat. Oh no, one of them moved forward to throw Decay. Decay's not gonna work, guys. He has like 600 years of max age. It's really not going to accomplish anything. So he's just punching his way through the zombies. Also, he has magic resistance 30, so, you know. Look at those little bloody fists run. So Pedosian just punches his way through the undead for a long time, taking no net damage, until I'm pretty sure these guys just rout. Pretty sure they rout from HP losses. They sure are throwing Decay at him, though. It's just not gonna work, fellas. Yeah, every time it looks like you might be getting through, they summon up another horde of skeletons, which is fair. That is a perfectly reasonable thing to do in this situation. Annoying, in that it means he can never move, but then he's speed 3, he was never gonna be moving anyway. So here we sit. I mean, this is just how the battle goes. He's not killable. Even when cursed like this, it's just not feasible to kill this guy. There are ways you could do it, but basically in order to kill him, you need somebody with armor negating attacks who hits really, really hard in order to overwhelm that 33 regeneration per round. So like a quickened counter thug dual wielding dusk daggers would be my immediate inclination for dealing with Pedosian. But then of course that thug also has to be tough enough that he can suck up firebrand attacks for several rounds. Other options, I mean, if you can really, really, really spam magic resistance negate spells, you might be able to get him, but not very likely. I mean, with magic resistance 30, it's just ridiculous. He's basically impossible to affect. And even being so slow, like it doesn't matter. He's just gonna punch his way through whatever hits him. And you can see then he punches the Wraith Lords to death. Now, of course, they don't die permanently, but still. So yeah, that's the turn, and I will see you all in turn 67, where we will mount the defense of the Cradle of Life, and prepare to, if we can break this army, like I said, I think we can pretty much just push the ghosties back and ignore them for a little while. So that should be good. I cast a couple rituals of 5 gates here. I thought, it looks like I only have 1 still. I could spend my blood slaves on a ritual of 5 gates, but I've got some more blood slaves incoming. I don't know. I'm a little ambivalent about it. Oh, that's right. You're taking patrollers up there. That's right. Great. Okay. I think I'm just going to leave these guys researching for now. I'm going to save my blood slaves for the moment. No, what am I saying? I don't need to save my... Well, yeah, for the Heliophagus. So that'll be fine. And you should put that back in the... back in our post here. We'll give it to Hanno to give him more research. Alright. Thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in turn 67. Alright, folks. Welcome back to the Adventures of Blood Ulm. It is turn 67. Income? Pretty garbage. That Illwinter is hitting me pretty hard, but I think it's hitting everyone else worse, with the possible exception of Therados. Therados, fortunately, is not too much of an issue at the moment. So, we are continuing to blood hunt. It's going okay. Our armies over here are rolling forward towards Santania. They launched some Wraith Lords out again to try and push off Pedosian. Managed to give him another affliction, but that's about it. So if we look at Santania... Yeah, the Wraith Lords, 3 Wraith Lords attacked. Father Illirth killed a whole bunch of skeletons and is fine. We are under siege in Peacehaven because there are 40 barbarians there, and they are actually chipping down the walls. So we're moving a whole bunch of skeletons to go and deal with them. Down here we have begun blood hunting in Bycliffe. Did crank the unrest way, 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 way up, so apparently we need even more patrollers, which is fine. We can do that. Down here we've got Leperlove patrolling in Arcosophale. This army moving up. This army actually did not attack the Cradle of Life like I thought it would. It moved north into Troya, presumably to threaten my capital. So, the vampires and Nidada are sneaking up towards the capital. Meanwhile, over here, we are casting Ritual of the Five Gates, and we are binding a Heliophagus. We're not going to have all the gear we want for it immediately, because we can't really forge a whole lot right now, because our Earth Gems are going to casting Wizard's Tower in the Weald. So we are getting a Wizard's Tower here. I may actually, tell you what, I'm going to alchemize. I'm just going to alchemize up some Earth Gems, because what I want here is I want some armor for my Heliophagus, and I'm also going to want a Firebrand. I think the Heliophagi come with weapons. Let's give him a Shield of Gleaming Gold. And then I'm going to need a few more Fire Gems. Why has it got to be so complicated, huh? Let's alchemize those. I'm not using those right now. Get some Earth Gems going on. And we can forge a... What do you mean I don't have enough gems for that? Ah, you don't have a hammer. That's why. Where's a hammer? Let's play Find the Hammer. There, I do so have enough gems for that. He's subtracting 3 gems. Ugh, I think I'm short 1. I think I'm short... I know I'm alchemizing death gems, which normally you wouldn't want to do, but it's okay. I'm doing alright. You lot can research. Everyone who's not doing something else should be researching. Are we good on research? Yes. Except for you, Patago. You should also be researching. Great. So, everything's going according to plan. Our vampires are sneaking up here. If these guys double back to attack my fort, the vampires will still be able to jump down and attack them. So it shouldn't be too much of a concern, to be honest. They do have a Telkine here, so I don't really want to defend the fort because putting up poison resistance will be a royal pain. But I will if I have to. It's not that big a deal. In any case, everything is going pretty peachy, to be honest. We are working forward, moving forward towards our goals here. Irminsul is just sitting here chilling like a villain, researching up a storm for the nonce, because I don't have another throne occupied yet for him to claim. This, I think, will be the next target, and we will hit it with our Heliophagus once we've cleared out this army, which I'm pretty sure we can do. That Heliophagus may need a little bit of poison resistance, but that can easily be accomplished. Yeah. We're forging him a Vine Shield here. Everything is going pretty well. We've also got our Troll King down here. Where's the Troll King again? Come on, buddy, where you at? Yes, Olav. I can't pronounce that word. We summoned this Troll King. We've got him down here. He's got his Hydra skin armor on, which increases his regeneration to 25%, and of course gives him the all-important poison resistance, and he's got the standard Shield of Gleaming Gold Firebrand combo, as well as a Girdle of Might, boots, and the Amulet of Anti-Magic. So with his Earth Magic, he was a fantastic thug/light super combatant, and he should be able to take on armies of ghosts pretty solidly. He can summon Earth Power, Iron Skin, Temper Flesh, Iron Will. That will make him super buff. Super buff. A little bit vulnerable to lightning, but I don't think they'll be deploying lightning against him. I don't think they have enough lightning to really deploy it en masse. And even if they do, he's regenerating 11 hit points around, so he can tank through it pretty well, especially because his protection will be... Kick it up by 6. His protection will be about 26, 27. And, of course, he'll be taking half damage from most attacks. So, he's going to take that back. We're sending some people to attack that. Actually, I think he is the one... Yeah, he's moving up here. We're also taking this province back. And so he will, he'll cut off this army's retreat, no matter where it goes. Or if it actually does double back, if they're pulling a fake out. If it doubles back to the Cradle of Life, he'll run into it, and I think he'll beat it. Like, just alone, I think he beats it. So that is the plan. We're also binding a few demon knights. We've got Vornak here. Just research Vornak, I guess. I don't really want you doing it. Actually, not Blood Hunt. Blood Hunt, and then I'm going to script you to retreat, so that you're not caught out if the army attacks. Great, sounds like a plan. So we're all set. That is going to be turn 67. Turn 68 will once again have a whole bunch more Earth Gems to play with, and we will immediately begin turning them into Earth beings. And hopefully that little army will go somewhere else and do something else. But they may decide to attack us in combination with Therados. I personally think it would be silly, but people do silly things all the time. And to be fair, it's not like he has a whole lot of other great options, you know? Like if I'm not stopped, I'm gonna win here, so might be worth trying to stop me, I guess. In any case, I'll see you all in turn 68. Okay, it's turn 69, giggity. I think I did miss turn 68. I was just looking for the file and I didn't see it, so might be missing that. In any case, what happened in turn 68 was I got my Troll King going, and we scheduled him. We attacked all these provinces that had been raided with vampires, and we scheduled little Mr. Troll King to attack the enemy, which he did. Now, that happened here in the Cradle of Life. You may notice I don't have the Cradle of Life back. So if we view that battle, he just got overwhelmed by numbers is what happened, and we ended up going to turn timer. So he was very, very well kitted out, had all the gear he needed. And if we watch this battle, so he ran his buff cycle with almost no fatigue, and he buffed himself to the gills. And with his regeneration and all, he was basically impossible to kill. But he was stopped by just the Horde of Ghosts, and he cleaved his way through a Horde of Ghosts, and he ended up routing them with the turn timer, but a whole bunch of the ghosts around him had been berserked by I think they were casting Rage, and so, or Touch of Madness, I think was what it was. And so since they were berserked, yeah, see him around 99 on those Spectral Hoplites. So there were enough berserked units around him that they didn't rout off the field, because they're not mindless, they didn't crumble. So, as a consequence, he was killed by the turn timer. So we've seen that happen several times before. So, we killed 260 units, and we lost our Troll King. Now, since we have such a ridiculous Earth Gem income, that's honestly not a huge loss. It is a loss, but not a huge one. And we also summoned our first Heliophagus. So we got a Maimon the Heliophagus. He has Dark Power, Spirit Sight, he's a demon, he's stealthy and flying. We're going to gear him out, and we're going to script him to attack rear in order to try and kill off the mages in armies like this, as opposed to just being turn timered out by the hordes and hordes of troops. We are blood hunting. We're building up to cast Blood Vortex, which we can do. Our army, Pedocion got pushed off of Centania last turn, and we are now moving in the army, backing up Pedocion. Actually, what we should do is we should move in Pedocion by himself first, and the army can wait. And that's so that Pedocion can retake the province. Once we take this fort, with of course the support of our army here. I wonder why these guys are like that. Once we take the fort, Pedocion can... I am totally losing my words. Pedocion can storm the fort, and then he can cast Blood Feast to get rid of his various afflictions that have built up. Up here, we've mostly, like I said, we've mostly taken them out. Taken out the ghosty goos up here, but they have pushed out a little bit, so our vampires are going to need to counter raid once again. This army is definitely going to be the problem. This is the majority of their remaining power, and it contains a couple of their very powerful summons. It's got a summoned Telkine, and it's got an Ivy King, so we definitely need to kill that. Up here I'm binding some Demon Knights. I'm actually not going to do that because I'm trying to save up Blood Slaves. And overall, things are still going pretty darn well. We are going to... Up here, Irminsul is forging a brazen vessel, but actually I don't want him to do that because I have a lot of death gems right now. So I want him to call a Wraith Lord. Yes, why don't you call a Wraith Lord? So we're just going to have Immortals out the wazoo, coming in from every which way. Oh, that's right, I can actually swap over the brazen vessel from Runo. Okay, so I don't need to forge any more blood things. So actually, in that case, because I need blood level 7 and he's natively blood 5. So actually, hold up. Yeah, Blood Vortex costs 166, so I can't do it this turn, but I should be able to do it next turn. So all of my big blood mages are just researching right now, just saving up slaves, should definitely get enough next turn. 2 vampire lords are going to take this province. I may actually also send Leper Crawl. So we'll do that. So those 3 will take this province. And they are just going to spam out a couple rounds of skeletons and then start withering bones. They do have some Hounds of Twilight here, which could be messy. These guys are going to sneak into... Actually, they're just going to attack this province. They're just gonna go in full ham, and it should honestly be fine. Let's get kind of centrally located here. Well, maybe not Nidada, because Nidada could be killed by the Telkine, but I think we should be able to take this province. And if we can, then that will hopefully kind of lock them in here. I'm not going to blood hunt with Nin. I'm actually going to have Nin try to run past, maybe? Oh no, that's right, because I'm still locked in by those 20 units. Shoot. Darn. Other expressions of frustration. Well, I should have I'm moving over Amaimon. At Amaimon, we can gear out as a super combatant, and we're going to get another Troll King that we're going to gear out as a super combatant, so we should be fine. We're forging a Firebrand. We already have a Shield of Gleaming Gold. Forging a Girdle of Might, an armor, a Hydra Skin armor, Ring of Regeneration. So that will, if we stack those 2, it'll take his regeneration up to absurd levels. Also forging Amulets of Anti-Magic for both of them, since Amaimon's magic resistance is high, but not... Well, actually, he already has an amulet, so I only need 1. Great. Arnold is casting Gnome Lore right now, just in order to get us even more Earth Gems, because 48 per month, I just don't feel like that's enough. I feel like I need more. You know, like 48 Earth Gems per month just really isn't good enough. Niflheim has actually tapped out. He's going to be subbed by someone else, so we'll see how that works. And this is, I think, the longest game I've played in Dominions 5 yet, but that I've still been like alive and well, once more to the breach was this long. In any case, we'll just kind of see how it goes. I think we're doing pretty well. But like I said, I do definitely need to get after Mictlan, like really, really soon here. That has to happen, and unfortunately that does mean that this is going to be a problem. I think what I might do is I might leave Podosian to deal with that situation and move the actual army up here to take this palisade. Because the army has quite a bit of siege strength. I should be able to overwhelm that palisade, and then I can hit that. I get the Blood Vortex going. Irminsul can teleport over, claim the throne. That's going to be the tricky one, because it is right next door to Mictlan. This one should be relatively easy. And we do have an Ice Devil over here in Niflheim's territory, so he is also summoning the Blood Uniques, which is fine. That's fine. As long as I get the Blood Vortex, he can have that. Now, I'm going to have to cast the Blood... I'm going to have to dispel something before I cast the Blood Vortex, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to drop Illwinter and cast the Blood Vortex in the same turn, which is going to require quite a bit of alchemy, because I'm going to need to overcast my... my Dispel pretty significantly, because who knows how many Blood Slaves he spent on that Illwinter. But I'm going to kill it, and then try to throw up the Blood Vortex in its place that very, very next turn. So we'll see how it goes. In any case, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in turn 70. Okay, folks, turn 70, and this turn we had a real stroke of good luck. So first of all, lots more fighting and raiding down here. We're pushing this army out. It's still a pretty big army, but it's not nearly as dangerous as it was, and we continue to build up our Thug and Super Combatant numbers. So we've got another Troll King, missing his boots, unfortunately. We've also got a Maimon the Heliophagus. He actually does have Encumbrance, but he won't be able to get down to 0. Which is a kind of real problem. He needs the boot and Girdle of Might combo. So for right now, I'm just planning to use him as an attack rear monkey. So hopefully it won't matter so much for him. He does have Awe and Fear, so he's difficult to attack because he cuts people's morale, and then of course they have to pass a morale check in order to attack him. So he should be pretty good there. He's also stealthy and flying. So what I'm going to do with him, actually, is I don't know where this army is going to go. It's probably going to move towards Arcocephale, which isn't a terrible idea on their part. But, yeah, we'll see. They can crack Arcocephale in one turn, but I've got Nidada and all these Vampire Lords moving to defend it. And then I'm going to get... I have one Earth 2 mage here. What I'm gonna try to do is I think I'm gonna pop out a mage to fluff Nidada. So if we go here, Nidada's right over here. I'm gonna have him on the flank, as it were. And he's on hold 3 times and attack closest. We're gonna put Vithimerus right up with him. Let's actually put them a little bit back behind the vampires, and you are going to cast first of all Iron Will. And then Iron Warriors. And then... what else? Then I think that's it. Then I think you retreat. But Iron Will, Iron Warriors, that'll push Nidada's protection up to 30, and it will give him 4 extra magic resistance, so he'll be 15. And so that, in combination with the Fire Shield and the high protection and the reasonably decent defense skill, should be enough to make him very, very hard for ghosts to kill. Unfortunately, he doesn't regenerate. So he will eventually be worn down, but all he has to do basically is live long enough and provide enough of a distraction for the vampires to inflict a lot of damage spamming Wither Bones, which I think they can probably do. Those Spectral Archers are going to be a bit of a bear to deal with, because they will be, of course, shooting spectral arrows at us, but the Vampire Lords do regenerate, so the ones wearing Armor of Knights should be able to weather the arrow storm pretty well. Shots to the head will still hurt, but... they should be able to manage it. Maybe I'll cast Skeletal Body on them to make them take half damage from Pierce or something. In any case, they can, and they'll be spamming out the skeletons, so the skeletons will also be absorbing arrow fire ahead of them, because the skeletons will have approximately the same HP per square. And of course, Nidada will also be drawing arrow fire, and he is very difficult to hurt with arrows because he has a shield, and he has heavy armor, which includes a helmet, so his protection everywhere is very, very high. This little raiding army I'm dropping Infernal Disease on, and the most exciting thing, Illwinter has been dispelled or has gone away for some reason. So Illwinter's over, there's an empty slot. I had actually already alchemized a whole bunch of gems before I realized that into Astral Pearls. So I am casting Blood Vortex. Blood Vortex, the way it works is it takes population from the province it's cast in and all the provinces around. So it is going to hurt my Blood Hunting province here, but it just causes an automatic Blood Slave income. So I'm going to cast it on Oak Beach. It's going to suck blood. It's going to suck population from Oak Beach and Marverni, as well as this Blood Hunting province, Timiglia. Unfortunate, but you know what? It's all right. I'll live with it. And it will give me a basic. It'll give me just a Blood Slave income per turn, which will be pretty neat. Over here, we're up to 93 unrest. I'm starting to patrol with some guys. I'm recruiting some more troops to give to Tabrok to patrol more heavily with, but you know what? We're just going to have to live with it for now. Gilthur, with his claim-in, we're going to start moving north with. So, overall, things going pretty well. Also, this was the real lucky break. On that last turn, before it was dispelled, the Nephil Giants took Javalkish. So if he was trying to build a fort there, he hasn't gotten it done. And so we're sending our new Wraith Lord, Arcator, down here to pick up all these undead and demons. And then we're going to move into Javalkish, which is within range to cast Wizard's Tower on from the Weald. So we'll take the province, we'll drop a Wizard's Tower on it, we'll teleport in Irminsul to claim the throne. This army is going to move over here to take that throne. And with those two thrones, we should be in really good shape. I know I'm doing this before actually taking these two thrones, which is kind of an issue, but is what it is. I have a chance to take them, so I've got to go for it. I need 10 points, so I need 5 thrones. So with those two and then these two, I will be done. So the issue will just be actually taking all of these thrones. This throne shouldn't be too hard because it's mainly fairly low damage undead units that rely on ethereality. I think one geared thug should be able to take this one. This one I should be able to swarm down with skeletons. So all I have to do is build up 1,000,000 skeletons, which I can do without too much trouble. Down here, however, some of these skeletons, Pus Wound, opened up this province. He's got a bunch of skeletons, and I'm also recruiting a number of Clockwork Horrors and Clockwork Soldiers. They're not very efficient, but I can use them to chew through chaff for a few rounds, and they will basically provide defense against Mechlin up on this side. because these armies of Mechtlin are going to be the worry, as it were. So I am a little bit on the clock, but with the Blood Vortex and all, I should be able to move on pretty rapidly. So yeah, we're dropping our Infernal Diseases, we've given our boosters to Irminsul to cast the Blood Vortex, and then we will carry on. We've got 3 Vampire Lords forming a blockade here, basically just besieging this fort and preventing him from moving troops through it. These guys right here, we're going to send in somebody to get rid of them. Maybe Wybelo. Wybelo. Or, Hollow, possibly? Well, Hollow's moving over here to make sure to hold this province in case they try to double back. Yeah, let's use Hollow to retake Troya. I would really like to be bloodhunting Traveler's Rest again as well, so maybe you 3 ladies. You ladies, move over there. Yeah, you 4. Move over there to Traveler's Rest. Do we have a whole bunch of patrollers free somewhere? We've got Antima. Yeah, Antima, move over there as well. Okay, great. So I think that is going to be the turn. We're going to move back into Traveler's Rest here, pop a point of province defense into it. We put a bunch of province defense here in case they split off a small group to try and retake this. We have been wearing them down. We killed a Kurite here. We bounced a scout here. I think we're doing okay. And just the fact that we have so many items and so many geared commanders floating around is really, really helping us. But yeah, hopefully in just a couple turns we'll be able to pop our Wizard's Tower up there, siege that down, take that, claim that, and then we should be in pretty good shape. So, thanks for watching. Pedosian up here bounced 3 Wraith Lords, and he is now moving in to re-establish the siege of Centania. And he is... I'm legitimately just having him sit there sieging that place. Like, I just don't want them going anywhere. So, he's just gonna sit there and siege it and be happy. It looks like probably Atlantis has more or less had the shit kicked out of them. I haven't seen any Atlantean units or locations except for up here in a little while. I don't think they're AI. They're not. They're not AI. A lot of people have been defeated or AI. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 defeats and 2 AI. So we've lost 8. Yeah, we're down to 6 human players at this point. It's this is a significant game, and when is the Cataclysm expected again? Game settings. Cataclysm turn 84. So 14 turns before Cataclysm. I'm hoping that I can scrape out the win before then, but it's going to require me to hurry. Like, I think Gisela could take this, probably. Because he's got quite high magic resistance. He can boost himself up to 24. And with Iron Skin, his protection will be like 27. 20, 26, 27, something like that. Oh, boy. What a puzzler. I may actually send them to take Thodaz. I don't know where this army is going. That's the thing. And I have to worry about this army coming down to Arcocephale. So... forging an elemental armor right now. I'm not sure who I'm giving it to is the thing. Why am I forging that again? Nobody needs an elemental armor right now. Stop doing that. I'm just trying to work out, because obviously I have to take this province within the next about 8 or 10 turns. I also have to take this in that same time frame. We are reanimating more and more skeletons up here, because that will be like just swarming this province with skeletons will work. They don't have anything special here. It's just centaurs and vine ogres and heavy infantry and shit. Pus Wound, I'm going to move up north in an effort to help handle that. And then he can stop here and help attack Arcocephale if necessary. But I need to have my thugs close enough to scare this army, basically. I have to keep this army from actually assaulting Arcocephale, because if they take this fort, that will be a huge pain in the butt. But I also have to have something free to take Thodaz. Probably what I'll do is in a turn or two here, I'll summon another Troll King and script him out to take Thodaz. In the meantime, Vernak will go move and patrol, and he's already scripted, right? Right? No, he is not scripted. What was the number for that script? There we go. That's the vampire script. Okay, so yeah, 4 vampires and Nidada will help hold Arcocephale. They probably won't win, but they'll inflict significant damage, and of course I don't care if vampires die. I barely care if Nidada dies, since he's just a warrior chief. I have another prophet, Halo, my scout up here. So I have 2 claimants, so he can claim that. Irminsul can teleport in, claim this, and then teleport out. And you know what? He should be able to, we should be able to get a hold of another booster here somewhere. Like if I empower somebody in astral magic. Some earth mage, because I have a ton of pearls sitting around right now because I foolishly alchemized all my stuff. So yeah, let's empower Gerulf in astral. And then we'll use him, we can give him a Starshine Skullcap and use him to forge a crystal coin. So the other astral booster and possibly crystal shields if we need them. So that will give us a nice booster capability. And we can use that to ramp Irminsul up to cast astral globals. Like, I don't even remember what the astral globals are, but he'll be able to push himself up to astral 5. And then if necessary, we can empower him one more time as well. So yeah, we've got a lot of options going on. As long as we just can kind of hold this army at bay and whittle this army down to the point we don't have to worry about it, I think we should be good. And if he moves south, if he looks like he's moving out of my territory, then these thugs can just go over here and attack Thodaz. So should be good. So thanks for watching. I will see you all in turn 71.